Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another VW camper build. It's Friday, and this week has gone quick. And I'm sure the weekend's going to go just as quick as well. There's not too much to do tonight, really. I'm going to do 2 more issues because there's just no point in doing 26 because there's absolutely nothing to do. But there is something to do in 27, so it makes sense. Before I go any further, it's just me again. I actually quite enjoyed doing it on my own last week. There's not a lot to do, so there's not really need for any co-hosts and stuff because it's, I wouldn't have a job. There'd be nothing, there'd be nothing to do. So you got me. And yeah, let's, before we go into that, I'll read some comments out. So yeah, good evening, everyone. And there we go. So we got Warren James. Hi, all. Good luck tonight, Horlixs. Thank you very much. I assume there was sound at the beginning of this because last week there was no sound on any of the videos. So I have spoken. I emailed them, and it seems to have fixed itself. Gillian says, good evening, Horlixs, and everyone in chat. So good evening, Gillian. Thank you for joining. Marie says, evening, everyone. Marie. Good evening, Marie. Mark. Good evening, everyone. Hi, Mark. Good evening. Gillian Dotz says, good evening, Mark. Warren James says, evening to Mark. Yorkshire Crafter says, good evening to everyone. Warren James says, evening to Yorkshire Crafter. Gillian Dotz says, good evening, Yorkshire Crafter. Yorkshire Crafter says, evening to Warren and Gillian. Steve131 says, evening, everyone. Good evening, Steve. Thank you for joining. Yorkshire Crafter. Evening, Mark's Mods, Marie and Steve131. Mark says, evening to Yorkshire Crafter. We have Jackie. Hello to everyone in chat and on the panel. I hope you're all keeping well. I'm still not feeling too good, so take care and be safe. Oh, bless. Well, I really do hope you feel better soon, Jackie. Thank you for joining. Dave Mac Builds says, good evening, everyone. Good luck with your build, Alex, and good evening to the host. Have a great show. Thank you, Dave Mac. Good evening. Gillian says, good evening, Jackie. Hope you get well soon. Yeah, definitely. Julie says, evening to Jackie and Dave Mac Builds. Dave Mac Builds says, good evening to Warren, Gillian, Marie, Mark's Mods, Yorkshire Crafter, Steve131, and Jackie. Warren James says, evening to Dave Mac Builds. Gillian says, good evening to Dave Mac. Geordie says, evening to everyone. Gillian says, good evening to Geordie Dave. Geordie Dave says, hi to Gillian. Yorkshire Crafter says, evening to Geordie Dave. Peter Webster says, hi, Warren, Gillian, Marie, Mark, Julie, Steve, Dave, Mark, and Jackie. So good evening, Peter Webster. Thank you for joining. Geordie Dave says, hi to Yorkshire Crafter. Warren James says, hi to Peter. Gillian Dotz says, hi to Peter. Geordie Dave says, hi to Peter. And Julie says, hi to Peter. Dave Mac Builds says, hi to Peter and Geordie Dave. Peter says, makes me jump every time, laugh out loud. Peter says hi to me. So, yeah, hello. Sorry. Lee says, hi, Alex. Hi, Lee. How are you? How are you? Peter Webster says hi to Lee. Dave Mac Bill says, good evening to Lee, Anfield Road layout in the loft. Anfield Road layout in the loft. Lee says, hi, everyone in chat. Board on Fart says, good evening. So, yeah, good evening. Thank you. Welcome. Lee says, someone's got an intro there. Thank you. Yeah, so last week it just was non-existent. I had to play it twice. Peter Webster says hi to Gaffer. Lee says hi to Mark. DS1's Vintage. Hi, everyone. Hi, Horlixs. Good luck with your show. Thank you very much, Dave. Thank you for joining. Peter Webster says hi to Dave. Lee says hi, Dave. Geordie Dave says hi, Dave Matt. And Eric. Howdy, everyone. Hi, Eric. How are you, buddy? Yeah, I'm good. I'm glad it's Friday. It's model time. So, And Peter says hi to Eric. Right, so yes, let's have a look at issue 26 of the VW Camper. Let me just adjust cameras and lights. There we go. So issue 26, and we have got middle seat supports. This issue includes the middle seat supports ahead of assembly in a future issue. We will take a detailed look at the characteristics of the tyres in general and the Sambas in particular. So, parts included: middle seat supports ×4. And they are in this bag here. Now they're all, they're slightly different, all of them. Everyone is different in a different way. So the first one has got one of the rear supports, which you can see just on there, and then these little bits on the bottom. This one has got the rear support, but none of those bits in there. This one hasn't got the bit on the back, but it also hasn't got the knobbly bits. And then this one has got the knobbly bits and no knobbly bit at the back. So there's a lot of knobbly bits missing, and yeah, you get my drift. So they're all different. So every single one of them is different in one way or another. So we'll have to be careful when we're putting that all together. So I guess I will open this because we will be needing this in issue 27, and it's good to check the parts to make sure that the knobbly bits are where they should be, and I haven't got them where they shouldn't be. So this is part 26.1, which is the first one, and you can see you've got the direction there of that. Then we've got the knobbly bits on there. So that is number 1. This is number 2. So we can tell that because this pin's facing inwards. And there's no bits on here. So I'm happy that that is part number 2. Part number 3 is this piece here, which will be that orientation. And it's got no knobbly bits there and just a straight pole there. And then last of all, yeah, part 4 is the same with the knobbly bits. So I'm happy that all the parts are there. So that can go to one side, and that is it really. We'll just get some information about the tyre here, the Samba's tyre. What's this? Composition and nomenclature, whatever that is. Never heard of that word before, I would admit. But there's just, yeah, a load of information about the tyres here. Where the parts fit. So the picture shows a prototype. So it doesn't really show where they're going to go. It's going to be something to do with the seats. And then we've got like a nice little dim sketch there. That is it. That is it for issue 26. So, yeah, let me go for a bit more of this chat. So, yeah, Peter says hi to Eric. Lee says hi to Eric. Dave Builds says evening, Eric. Anfield Road out in the loft. I've been model building all day. Wow. You get lost in it, don't you, Lee? I know what you mean. I do that with the Bedford. You know, when I'm on here with Dave, time just disappears. Jay says, good evening all. Hope everyone is okay and well. Hiya, Jay. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Lee says hi to Jay. Peter says hi to Jay. Dave Builds says hi to Jay. Geordie Dave says hi, dear Moms and Vintage. Peter Webster says, I hope you've been looking after Jackie, Lee. Lee says hi, Geordie Dave. And Geordie Dave says hi to Lee. Peter Webster says, I took my Tamiya flower pot bus out for a test run today, finally. Oh, cool. Awesome. How did that go? And Crafty Chris says, hi, Alex and everyone in chat. Too many to name. Yeah. Thank you, Chris. Thanks for joining. So, yeah, we've just done 26. There's the parts. I'm happy with them. Let's move on, shall we? So, issue 27. So, middle seat base and assembly for the supports. With the parts received in this and the last issue, you will continue assembly of the middle seat, inserting the supports on in the seat base. So, we have 27.1 inside of the middle seat base and 27.2, which is 1.8 by 4 mil BP03 screws. So let me, oh God, I'm so unorganized. Where's my pot then? Where's the screw? Where's my bit? What's going on? Oh, there it is. I've got it. Got some glue in there. Okay, so let's open this pack. So this is issue 27. So this will be the inside of the middle seat base, which is plastic. Okay. And then we've got the BP03 screws in here. It doesn't actually say how many in the mag. It just says 1.8 by 4 mil BP03 screws. We have got BP03 and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 screws in there. So we'll be using 8 of them, which makes sense because we've got 4 of those, leaving us with 1 spare screw. Okay, before we start this, let's go through this. Peter Webster says hi to Chris. Lee says hi to Chris. Gillian says hi to Chris. Danno Builds says hi, Chris. Geordie Dave says hi, Chris. Warren says hi, Chris. Peter Webster says it went well. We're going to put a video on my channel when finished. Lights, awesome. Yeah, that'd be cool. Lee says hi to Warren James. Warren says hi to Lee. Gillian says hi, Lee. Geordie Dave says bye, or off to work. Great show, Alex. Catch you later. Yeah, thank you, Geordie. And have a good shift. Peter Webster says sound back, parts now going astray. Sound back, parts now going astray. Alex Demetrius, good evening, Horlixs. Hello, Alex. How are you? Crafty Chris says hi to all, and Peter Webster says hi, Alex D. Awesome. Okay, so where are we at? So there's our parts. We've got the screws, and we've got the parts from last week. We can start assembly. So it just explains about the differences between them, which we've already got. So this is pretty much straightforward here. So we're going to have it in this orientation. We're working, there's a cutout section here. We're going to be working here first, and we're going to be starting off with the one with the knobbly bit there and the knobbly bits on there. And then that is going to go in like so, which would make sense because I'm guessing there's going to be a seat back in here that's gonna rock, and someone's getting angry outside. So get my screwdriver and we'll fix that into place. So yeah, it's been a bit of a strange week. Well, so that's one screw in. Yeah, so I've been busy at work and stuff, but this week's gone so quick, which is good because I like the weekends because I'm off. Okay, that's gone in, no problem at all. Okay, and then the next one is going to be the pear. So we want the other bit with the knobbly bit, and that's going to go in these two holes here, just like so. And then as we can see, that's going to form something, like the seat back. I think it's going to clip into there. I mean, I don't know that for 100% certainty, but I think we can have a pretty good idea that that is what that's going to be for. So it's just a case of lining those screw holes up and then starting them off like so. Perfect. And then I haven't tightened them up fully yet because I'll do that afterwards once I've got a bite on the screws. That's it. Because you can adjust them slightly. There we go. Once that bites, I can then tighten them up. Nip them up or nip them off. I said that on one of my very first streams. I went, I'm just going to nip this off, and it just didn't sound right. It was quite funny. I realised what I said afterwards. So, yeah, wow. Look at all this. Right, so let me do some more chat. So, Mark's Mod says, hi to all in chat. Danno Builds says, hi, Alex Demetrius. Alex Demetrius says, hello, Peter Webster. I hope you're well, my friend. Julie says, evening, Crafty Chris and everyone else I've missed. Keith, hello. Hi, Keith. Welcome. Thank you for joining and coming back. Keith says, hi, Alex. Is that your name? Yes, my real name's Alex, but just my YouTube name's Horlixs. And there is a story behind that. Maybe one day you'll know about it. But Horlixs is not spelt like that, but Horlixs is a nickname. But I've had to change it because obviously if you type Horlixs in, you can imagine what comes up. Keith says, hi to everyone in chat. Alex Demetrius says, good evening to all in chat. Keith says, I've hit the like. Thank you so much, Keith. It's just what I love about, YouTube, and it's just the support's amazing. So thank you. Gillian Dotz says, hi, Keith and Darren. Keith says, hi to Gillian. Peter says, hi to Keith. Dave Builds says, evening, Keith. Keith says, hi to Peter. Gillian says, hi, Keith. Keith says, evening to Dave. Lee says, hi to Keith. Keith says, I see Alex is busy. Yeah, we're building, VW camper, if you haven't guessed. So yeah, it's a build from D'Agostini. We're on issue 27 of the VW camper. It's going to look like that when it's done. So yeah, some of the seats up, the seat supports. Keith says, hi, Mr. Hanson. And Keith says, hi to Lee. So yeah, awesome. Thank you all for your chat. Okay, so those two are done, and that's basically step 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, all in a nutshell. We are now going to be working on the last two. So the one here is going to be this support without the knobbly bits, because remember we've got the knobbly bits in the middle there. I would love to know what they actually are. They're obviously not knobbly bits, but so the back is going to slip just into this hole here, like that, and then those in there like so, and that all lines up, and that should protrude through slightly there. And in the same way, we're going to put all the screws in. So I'm just going to line up the square holes. Come on. That's one. Perfect. So once that's in, I can tighten them up, not too tight because we're going into plastic, just enough to grab them, and they're nice and solid. And then that leaves the last one. So in the same way, that's going to fit into those two holes, and then the back in this hole up the back here. And then in the same way, we're going to just tighten those two screws up. And that is pretty much it for this this week. So that's one in. I must say, these are going in lovely. Yeah, perfect. So that's one. And two. That's solid. So now we have a seat frame. So so that takes us through step 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then the result. Appearance of the inside of the middle seat base with the supports inserted. And I would say that looks exactly like what we've got. So we've got a knobbly bit there. And then those pieces are in the same direction. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. And that is it. So that's issue 26 and 27 done. Now I will have a quick look at the mag. Where are we? This is obviously what we've done before. So we've got the front. And I'm guessing this bench is going to go in there like so. And it does seem to... Does it fit? It does all seem to fit in there quite nicely. So I think that is where that is going to be destined. Move the light out a bit. There. That's going to be my guess on where that is going. But let's find out. 27. 20, let's see what we got next week. Oh, bit of a teaser. Okay, so next week we are going to be doing the middle seat bottom. So, and then we're going to be putting some more parts on that to make the seat and putting the back on. But we won't be still won't be fitting it to the base. So that is going to be next week. So let me swap cameras around. You can see. Just realised my bus isn't on. Let me just find the app. Connect to the Routemaster. Send. Turn on, please. Ta-da. There you go. Sorry, I forget to turn my models on when I'm streaming. I should do, really. Okay, well, that's it then. So yeah, DS1 Vintage says, I think knobbly bits of the seat to the floor. Oh, okay. Knobbly bit sounds better. Yeah, that would make sense. So, I see what you mean. So they'd be removable, wouldn't they? So I guess you could undo them like if you were going on a big family trip, you could maybe remove those seats, like if you want to get more stuff in. Dave Builds says, evening to Sir Dave. Peter Webster says, apparently the bits are used. Bits are, sorry. Apparently the bits are used for show. Oh, just used for show. So I'm 3D printing a boogie board to go under the seats. Oh, okay, right, I see. Yeah, I get it. Dave says, hi, Dave Mack and everyone. Lee says, good stream. Thank you, Lee. Thank you very much. Lee says, good build. Press the like. Thank you very much. Too kind. Marie says, great show to watch. Thank you, Marie. Peter says, I hope my next pack comes next week. Yeah, you're quite ahead, aren't you, Peter? I've just had another delivery myself. So I'm all the way, well, say all the way. I've got mags and issues up to 37. So I've got up to 37 to do. But obviously I'm spacing them out. But you're up to 60 odd, aren't you? Up in the 60s. Dave Matt Bill says, great build and show, Alex. Big thumbs up. Thank you very much, Dave Matt. And Peter Webster says, what is happening to my typing? Don't worry, it's probably autocorrect. So yeah, that's where we're at. So that's exciting. I'm going to leave that on there because I'm pretty sure that's where that's going to go. So yeah, that's it for the VW build. So thank you all for joining. Oh, hang on. Lee says, good show, I think that is. Gillian says, good show, a big thumbs up, thank you. Lee says, good channel, keep up the builds. Thank you very much, Lee. And Peter West says 58-62 next. Yeah, cool. So you're about 20 odd issues ahead. Well, that's great. Okay then. So that is going to be me for now. I'm not going to say goodbye because I'll be back here in half an hour. 31 minutes to be precise, with some more wooden roller coaster builds. So can't remember what we've got. I think we've got more bits of track to do, perhaps. So join me in half an hour for that, and I will see you then. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the chat. Love you all, and I will see you in half an hour. Take care.